ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the new video tutorial. This is part 2 of lesson 5 of book 1. Last time we learned how to build إضافة combinations of two ism type words and practiced building such combinations while working on exercise 2 on page 28. Before we go over the dialogue at the beginning of this lesson, why don't we do a warm-up exercise by going through exercise number 3 on the same page. Here we need to be able to read the given إضافة combinations correctly using the proper vowel signs at the end of the words. I will give you a few seconds to try on your own first, okay? The first one. Babul madrasati. The door of the school. Babul madrasati. Babu here is mudaf with no al or tanween, and al-madrasati is mudaf ilayh, coming as majrur. The second one. Himarur rajuli. The donkey of the man. Himarur rajuli. Himaru is mudaf and ar-rajuli is the mudaf ilayh. Next. Baytu Hamidin. Hamid's house. Baytu Hamidin. What is Baytu here? Mudaf, right? And Hamidin is mudaf ilayh. Next. Sayyaratul Mudiri. The principal's car. Sayyaratul Mudiri. What is al-Mudiri here? Mudaf ilayh. And Sayyaratu is mudaf. Next one. Mindilu Ammarin. Ammar's handkerchief. Mindilu Ammarin. Mindilu is mudaf. Keep in mind that it has no al article or tanween ending. And Ammarin is majrur because it is mudaf ilayh. Next. Ismut talibi. The student's name. Ismut talibi. What is ismu? Mudaf. And at-talibi is mudaf ilayh. Very good. Next. Baytullahi. The house of Allah. Baytullahi. Baytu is mudaf and the ism Allahi is coming as mudaf ilayh majrur. Now the next one is the interesting one because we have 3 words connected to each other. To figure out how to read them correctly, let's try to remove harf jar fi first. What we have left is a regular Idafah combination, which we read it as Kitabullahi, the book of Allah. Kitabullahi. Now we bring back harf jar fi before it and it impacts the ism kitabu that is coming right after and makes it majrur by changing the dhamma to kasrah. So we read the entire combination as fi kitabillahi. Fi kitabillahi. You got it? So the Idafah was originally Kitabullahi, meaning the book of Allah. Then we brought in the harf jar fi, which impacted the kitabu and made it kitabi. So together we have fi kitabillahi. Fi kitabillahi, which now means in the book of Allah. Here, fi is harf jar and ism kitabi is playing a double role. It is coming as ism majrur to the harf fi, and it is also mudaf to ism Allahi, and the ism Allahi is coming as mudaf ilayh. Can you attempt to read the next one yourself? It should be min baytil mudarrisi, from the house of the teacher. Min baytil mudarrisi. If we didn't have min, it would have been baytul mudarrisi, a regular idafah. But min is harf jar, so it is turning the ism baytu to bayti, making it majrur. Min baytil mudarrisi. Min bayti is jar wa majrur, and ism bayti is also mudaf, and al-mudarrisi is mudaf ilayh. So as you can see here, jar majrur and mudaf ilayhi are overlapping. If we separate them, we would get min al-bayti and baytul mudarrisi. When they are added back together, this ism bayti has to play the role of both. The ism majrur of harf jar and mudaf of the idafah. And to be ism majrur, it retains its kasra ending. And to be mudaf, it drops It's al article. How about the last one? Can you give it a try? على مكتب المدير. On the desk of the principal. على مكتب المدير. Notice I'm not reading it as على المكتب المدير. Why? Because مكتبي is coming as مضاف. And مضاف cannot carry al article. Without على, we would have read it as مكتب المدير. And على is impacting مكتبه and making it مجرور by changing the ضمة to كسرة at the end. So we've got حرف جر اسم مجرور, that is جار ومجرور. Then the اسم مكتبي is also مضاف and المديري is مضاف إليه. We're done with this exercise. Now let's go back to the beginning of lesson and start reading the dialogue on page 27. سعيد. Said is asking, أكتاب محمد هذا يا ياسر? كتاب محمد is our إضافة here, meaning Muhammad's book. So, أكتاب محمد هذا literally translates as, is the book of Muhammad this? Notice at the beginning, the harf alif with Hamza is being used to build a question here. And then comes Ya Yasiru, which can be translated as, Oh Yasir. The word Ya is new to us. It is actually harf type word. We expect this harf to come with an ism after it. The harf Ya is used to call someone, and the ism coming after it is that someone who is being called. In this case, Said is saying Ya Yasiru to call Yasir or to direct his question to Yasir. The harf Ya has a special effect on the ism coming after it. Let me give a couple of more examples for you to see if you can spot it. Ya Muhammadu. Ya Hamidu. Ya Abbasu. Do you see what's happening here? The tanween at the end of the names is getting dropped, right? That is the special effect that Ya has on the ism that it comes with. So this harf is used to call or to get the attention of someone. That is why this harf is called harfun nida, which means the harf of call. Harfun nida. In English, this harf is typically referred as vocative particle. Yasirun. Yasir is answering. La. هذا كتاب حامد. No, this is the book of Hamid. This sentence, هذا كتاب حامد, is a jumla ismiyah because it is starting with ism هذا. What do you think is the mubtada of this sentence? هذا, right? هذا is the mubtada. And here we say khabar is the ism kitabu, which is also coming as mudaf. And finally, Hamidin is coming as mudaf ilayh. So our idafah combination here is kitabu Hamidin, but only kitabu is the khabar, because a single ism is sufficient here to play the role of khabar. So this khabar is a single word khabar. And if you remember, we call this type of single ism khabar mufrad. Next, Sa'idun. Sa'id is asking, Aina kitabu Muhammadin? Where is the book of Muhammad? So the idafah structure in this question is kitabu Muhammadin, the book of Muhammad. Then Yasirun is answering, Huwa ala al-maktabi hunaka, which translates as, it is on the desk there. Hunaka is a new word and it means there. Let me give you a side example. Al-qalamu huna wal-kitabu hunaka. Here, huna means here, hunaka means there. Both of them are ism type words. So we are saying the pen is here and the book is there. So going back to our dialogue, in this sentence, huwa ala al-maktabi hunaka, by saying hunaka, Yasir is pointing at the desk to show where the book al-kitabu is. This is ismiya sentence and huwa is the mubtada and the jar majrur ala al-maktabi is coming as shibhu jumla type khabar. That is because ala is a harf and harf cannot serve as khabar on its own. It has to be accompanied by its ism majrur. Therefore, we have the whole shibhu jumla coming as khabar. Next question that Said is asking is, Aina daftaru Ammarin? Where is the notebook of Ammar? Yasirun says, Huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. The translation is, it is on the desk of the teacher. Notice here we've got three words connected as we saw in the warm-up exercise. على مكتبي is jar ومجرور. And مكتبي is also مضاف. That is why the al article is dropped from it. And المدرسي is our مضاف إليه. So we've got jar majrur and مضاف إليه connections overlapping here. And the ism مكتبي in the middle is communicating with both sides. This is an ismiyyah sentence, and what do you think is the mubtada? هو, right? Very good. How about the khabar? The khabar will be the jar majrur part of this dual connection, which is على مكتبي. So this khabar is شبه جملة type. And the next ism al-mudarrisi is just the mudaf ilayh, providing additional detail about whose desk it is. Okay, I think we covered plenty in this video. Let's pause it here for now and finish up the dialogue in the next lesson. I will see you in part 3 inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum.